So first I'm using Color Oops. If you've never used this stuff before, it just removes previously dyed color. It doesn't remove your natural hair color or anything like that. So this should take out some of the black that I put in my roots and probably some of the silver. Basically you just mix step 1 with step 2, shake it around, and apply it all over your head. I think you let it sit for about 15 minutes and then you shampoo your hair and you rinse it for like 15 to 20 minutes. Like, not joking. I rinsed mine for about 15 and then I had to do it again because I didn't get it all out of my hair. So, yeah. Read the directions carefully, do an allergy test. You know the deal. Now I am parting my hair down the middle. Since I'm doing half and half, I'm going to bleach half of my hair. I'm just going to section off the side that I'm not going to bleach. I had my partner help me with the back because I obviously can't see back there. Make sure to pin any bangs or like stray hairs out of the way, because if you get bleach on them, that would probably suck, unless you're like needing to bleach both sides. I'm using this Kiss brand white bleach with 20 volume developer, and I'm opening the door to air out the room because you are supposed to do this in a well ventilated area. This Kiss bleach is $2 and the bleach at Sally's is like $3.50, and this works pretty much the same in my hair. I don't really notice any difference. Basically, you mix 2 ounces of bleach with 2 ounces of developer, I believe. I just eyeball it because I know what the texture is supposed to look like at this point. Basically, you want it to be thick enough to coat your hair, not like thin enough to just be like wet on your hair. So it should be like kind of like creamy, if that makes any sense. Be sure to separate your hair so that you can get the bleach on both sides. So I'm just going to do this to this entire side of my head. I believe I let it sit for 15 to 20 minutes. Then I shampooed and conditioned, and I could have used it like a deep conditioning treatment, but I didn't, and it's obvious that I definitely needed one. But here I'm just separating my hair again, giving it a comb through, and I'm going to apply some Wella T18 toner mixed with, I think, 20 volume developer, and I'm just applying that to the brassy parts of my hair. It is kind of like purple and it cancels out the orange. I ended up using almost half a bottle just on the amount of orange parts that I had, so if you have a lot of hair, you're probably going to need a couple packages of this. I believe you're supposed to tone pretty soon after you bleach because your hair is like open or something. That's not the right terminology, but ask somebody who knows what they're talking about and they'll probably tell you something similar but with better terminology. So I washed that out and then I went to bed and I woke up and now I'm going to start the dyeing process. So I'm separating my hair again. The darker side's going to end up being black and the lighter side's going to end up being blue. So I have two Arctic Fox hair dyes. The blue is the shade Aquamarine and the black is Transylvania. They actually smell pretty good. I was pleasantly surprised. I mean, most of these vegetable-based semi-permanent hair dyes have a pleasant smell, but these ones are pretty cool. It's also been a long time since I dyed my hair, so I'm getting a little nervous at this point. It took me like a couple minutes of mentally preparing myself for this, but it ended up being worth it. I'm just applying the blue with a brush that I got from Sally's all over the blonde side of my head. As you can see, I don't have both gloves because I didn't have both gloves, and actually this glove that I'm wearing right now was pointless because I ended up not wearing any gloves later. But I highly, highly recommend getting a pair of reusable gloves from Sally's. I used to have a pair and I don't know what happened to them, but they lasted forever. It saves a lot of plastic if you do it that way, or even if you just have dish gloves or something, but highly recommend having gloves. It makes your skin feel all weird and it stains and it's yucky, so yeah. When you think you're done, make sure to do a quick run through and paint any spots that don't look quite as dark as the rest. You might want to have somebody help you with that. And then I did the same exact thing on the black side. My camera must not have filmed me doing the front part of my hair because I don't have that footage, but hopefully you can gather what I did from watching the blue side. Now, I left this in my hair for maybe 2 hours. It's not damaging, so you can leave it in as long as you want. Now, I did not shampoo my hair, I just rinsed it, and as you can see, it's stained my neck. I'll leave some tips on how I got it off of my neck in the description. And it's about time for a haircut update, so here I am combing through my hair, making sure that it's even where it normally lays. I'm starting by cutting off my sideburns because they have been bothering me. I ended up trimming my bangs about 2 fingers width above my eyebrows. I've always wanted a bit shorter bangs with this haircut, so I figured it was about time. Now I am close cutting my sideburn area, and you can see where I had shaved my hair on this side. I did this on both sides, but I'm on the blue side for now. You can see that my skin is obviously stained, but I will deal with that later. If you've never done close cutting like this before, I highly, highly suggest watching an actual tutorial. It's very similar to shaving it, but I find it like way easier to work a pair of scissors than a pair of clippers, like by myself. So here I am just making sure to close cut the parts that I want to shave, and I am going to trim up the area that is going to be included in my bangs. Be extra careful around your ears because that skin is super like fragile. Obviously I did this on both sides, just try to make the bangs even. I ended up going back in afterwards and evening out my bangs again. Now I am applying shaving cream to a wet part of my scalp, and I am going to carefully shave it with the grain with a disposable razor. Obviously you can use any razor, and I highly suggest getting a reusable one with replaceable blades or a stainless steel razor, but I don't have that right now because I don't normally shave anything. But I'm doing this on both sides. Be careful not to get any of the hair that you don't want to shave. I've never done this before, so my technique is not amazing, but I'm sure there are other people on YouTube who could show you better how to do this. Now I just need to trim up some places that are a little too long for my liking. It's a bit longer on this side than it was on the blue side. Then I wiped away the clippings from my face, and I used a clean makeup brush to brush any away. Now I'm just giving it a final brush through, and I will be giving it a gentle tease, and here we are. So I'm pretty satisfied with how it turned out. Obviously, if you have the means and the money and whatever to go to a salon, or you know somebody who is a professional who can help you, that's recommended. But I did it fine at home, and I'm pretty satisfied actually. The only problem I had was forgetting gloves and staining my head, but you know, it happens. So I'm happy. I hope somebody got something out of this video, and if you did, be sure to subscribe and like this video, share it if somebody needs it. Check the description for links to the products and any social media that you might want. So thank you for watching. Bye.